My name is J. Peter Brzezzi. I am an Office Apps and Services MVP, and I'm assuming you're here because the title struck you, or because you're so tired of walking around you just needed a place to sit, and that's fine either way. Just look at me and smile and all is good. So the session is 5 important lessons learned doing a 1 million mailbox migration. Now, I had done migration strategies with some pretty large organizations in the past 4 or 5 years. The largest I had ever worked on was 100,000 mailboxes, and it was awesome. You sit in a room for several days and you hammer out what could go wrong, and you work with folks, and that was great. But one day I got a call from an organization that I'm not allowed to disclose. It's under NDA, super heavy NDA. I imagine if I told you the name, someone would come from behind, grab me, and I would never be heard from again. So they call me up and they say, J. Peter, we would like for you to come out and talk to us about our migration. Now, they had 1.5 million mailboxes. No lie. And I said, okay, great, we're going to do a migration strategy. They said, no, actually, we'd like to do more than that. We'd like for you to have the opportunity to actually drive it. Set up hybrid configuration, test the connection. I said, I don't have time to move 1.5 million mailboxes. That's a pretty large commitment. They said, no, once you get started with the mailboxes, we'll take it from there. So I said, absolutely, that sounds wonderful. They said, you can't disclose this. I said, that's fine. I said, but I can use the experience and share it with you folks. So that's kind of the plan today, is to share with you what I learned. Because here's the thing. In doing smaller migrations of 100 mailboxes and then doing this super large 1.5 million mailbox migration, what I came to appreciate is that no matter what size your organization is, the challenges are the same across the board. Yes, there are some nuances, and certainly, in terms of size, there are a great deal of nuances and time that has to go into those. But no matter what size your organization, the challenges happen to be the same. So I wanted to put together a list of 5 challenges and how you might address those that can assist you in your migration. Before I do that, I might as well tell you who I am for those of you who don't know, because you might wonder, why did this organization call you? Well, so I'm an Office Apps and Services MVP. I've been working with Exchange for over 20 years. So Exchange was my first love, and then Microsoft convinced me to love Exchange Online. That took some doing. I have to admit, for a while I was Mr. Anti-Cloud. I was actually going on the road talking for Dell and for EMC and telling people to stay out of the cloud. And for those of you who remember the early days with AWS and so forth and how many breaches there were and security risks, and it was the smart thing to stay out. But eventually Microsoft called me one day and they said, J. Peter, we realize you're an Exchange MVP, you're an on-premises guy, but you realize we're moving to the cloud. And I said, yes, Office 365, I've seen it, okay. And they said, well, wait a minute. You don't seem to have bought into this. And in all my writing, I wrote for InfoWorld for a decade. I wrote the Enterprise Windows column. I was telling everyone, hyper-converged architecture is the way to go, stay out of the cloud, everything. So Microsoft says, we really think you should come up, visit with us, and we want to show you what we're working on. And I swear, after 2 or 3 days in a locked room with those folks, I was convinced that Office 365 was the future. So I've been an Office 365 MVP for several years. Now they have us all under this bucket, Office Apps and Services. That's just a really big, broad technical category that includes all the silos like SharePoint, Yammer, yes, there are Yammer MVPs, Teams, and others. So I'm also a technical journalist and speaker. I'm co-founder of 2 different companies, Clip Training and Conversational Geek. And I'm a Mimecast strategic technical consultant. So I work with Mimecast to help them to appreciate where there are gaps in Office 365 and how they can fill those gaps with their solutions. Because like anything, there are always gaps that can be filled. So with that said, I went into this organization and I had very little understanding as to what they had as a base. I get off the plane at JFK and a hood is put on me and I'm ushered into a black van and I'm taken off to an undisclosed location. So I thought this was normal because of the heavy NDA I had signed. It turns out it was a mistake. I was actually being kidnapped. But once I told them I was an MVP, they let me go, and then I was able to find my way to the actual organization that needed my help. So I get there, and the first thing we discuss at the table is domain restructuring. So it's my first tip and lesson. Some of you have been working with Active Directory since its inception, right? Windows 2000, Active Directory, you set up domains, and we had domains and child domains and forests and the whole thing. And some of you may still be working in a world where you have too many domains, where you have too many primary domains, child domains, and so forth. This organization had 130 globally. Every country had its own domain, its own complete forest, right? So obviously they had a lot of restructuring to do. So the first thing we had to discuss was the restructuring of all of this. Now, how many of you feel you are still in that position where you have too many domains in your organization? Right, a couple? Well, that's good, because ultimately it means you've already resolved this problem. But for some of the bigger organizations, this is still a problem. So how did they do it? Well, I'll tell you what they didn't want to do. They didn't want to spend a fortune having to restructure domains. So they used the Active Directory, the ADMT, the Active Directory Migration Tool. Now, years back, for those of you who are a little grayer or balder like myself, you will remember that tool perhaps, and not too fondly. But Microsoft has done such an incredible job over the years of enhancing that tool. So I've worked with it to reduce 40 domains down to 1, the ADMT tool. It's worth re-looking at it if you are looking at your budget and you're saying, I really don't want to pay for expensive third-party solutions, and I would prefer to just use what Microsoft provides for free. They used it, they got their 130 domains down to 1, right? That was first. The second thing was to now look at the deployment of Exchange. They already had Exchange on premises. They were going to look at now setting up a hybrid configuration. How do you do it? You don't want to miss anything in the process, right? So this is my best free tool that Microsoft has built for this type of migration. It's the Deployment Assistant. All you have to do is search for Exchange Deployment Assistant. How many of you know this tool? Right, okay, so this might be there's only a handful. This might be the best thing you're seeing right now when it comes to your migration, and I'll tell you why. All you have to do is go to the website. This is all from Microsoft. And you answer a few simple questions about your environment. You let them know what you're looking to do. They spit back a set of instructions. And for each of those sets of instructions, you have offshoots to ensure you can set up your DNS properly for auto-discover. You don't miss anything. All the steps are lined up right for you there, and they give you all of the TechNet articles that go along with it so that everything goes according to plan. It's a free tool. Just like the ADMT tool is a free tool. So these are things that can help you to do these migrations. Again, whether it's 100 or 1 million mailboxes, these tools will help you to get your migration done without missing a beat. So we worked through some of the features there. Then the next thing was to talk about services. Now, this is something that I personally recommend, is that you move your services first. Now, when you go into an Exchange environment, and I'm going to assume we already saw a raise of hands, I'll ask you again, how many of you are still working with Exchange on premises? Right, most of you, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So you most likely have an ecosystem set of solutions that surround your Exchange environment. It's rare that you walk into a deployment of Exchange. Over the last 20 years, you walk in and they say, these are our Exchange servers, and that's it. No, typically, you have some solution for monitoring, some solution for backup recovery, a solution for your gateway, your secure gateway, a solution for archiving, right? Some of these solutions are software solutions, some of them are appliances, some of them are cloud-based now in modern times, and ultimately you surround your Exchange with these solutions. Now, Office 365, when you make this move to Office 365, has pieces of these solutions included. Microsoft has created things like Exchange Online Protection. They've added additional security with advanced threat protection. There's a so-called archiving feature, which is really more of a hold through retention policies through your Security and Compliance Center. So there's a lot of these types of features. However, many would agree that these are areas where third-party solutions can continue to provide assistance. And so if that's the case, whether you're using, in my case, I recommend solutions like Mimecast. You perhaps have other solutions that you work with in your world. I recommend you move those solutions first, and here's why. Because the next slide, we're going to talk about mail flow. And ultimately, here's what you don't want to do. You do not want to move a single mailbox from your on-premises environment to Office 365 unless you can guarantee a one-to-one in terms of experience. And what I mean by that is security, archiving, or compliance, and other features. You want it to be one-to-one. So I live here in Florida. Before I move to a new home, and I have all those boxes packed and I'm ready, before I move a single box into the new home, what do you think I do? I make sure my electricity is on. I make sure the security is up and running. I make sure the internet is there. I've got my ring.com going, all of it. Why? Because why would I move a single box to this new home and leave it unprotected? It doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with your mailboxes in terms of security and compliance and so forth. Don't move a single mailbox until you've moved your services to the cloud first. And I typically recommend that. Some say, well, do we have to move to the cloud? Well, it depends on how you want your mail to flow. And that's sort of the next slide. What you don't necessarily want, in my opinion, is to have your mail flowing from the cloud back on premises and then out to the internet, right? And that's been the case for some, because they don't want to get rid of their legacy solutions, or perhaps their legacy solutions have not been upgraded to handle the cloud, in the sense that some organizations are trying to Frankenstein their solutions together, they piecemeal them, they send them up to the cloud. They don't quite work as good as they did as an appliance, but they exist. And they say, oh, no, we have a cloud solution. Okay, and if you want to use that, that's your decision. Others are totally set up for the cloud. They're ready for the cloud. So I recommend that you go with cloud services, because it doesn't make sense in my world for you to get rid of Exchange servers and say, we're getting rid of our Exchange servers, we're moving infrastructure to the cloud, we're going to Azure, like all this is fantastic. Oh, but by the way, we have these appliances we still need to keep on premises for our archiving, for our backup recovery and things of that sort. Doesn't that feel like you're kind of going backwards? So again, move your services to the cloud first, get them off of your plate in terms of being on premises and in your environment, and then start looking at your mail flow. Because now you're looking at a situation where you have mailboxes that are still on premises, you have mailboxes that are still in the cloud, and currently we still remain in a hybrid configuration, even if you move all of your mailboxes to the cloud. So when you do the hybrid configuration wizard, and let me ask, how many of you have already played with the hybrid configuration wizard and you know how it works? Only about half, okay. So it's not all that difficult as long as you follow the step-by-steps from the deployment assistant. They've made it really easy in modern times. I remember when we tried to do this with Exchange 2010, there were 100 steps. Then with 2013, they went down to 50, right? I think it's still in there, but the point is that it's getting easier and they're making these wizards easier for us. So when you work with the hybrid configuration wizard, it's going to talk to you about your mail flow. Because one of the coolest things about that wizard and about the configuration is it gives you the ability to do something that we were never able to do before with Exchange. You cannot run two Exchange organizations with the same domain at the same time. But you can, thanks to the hybrid configuration, because what happens is you have your cloud Azure AD, your on-premises AD. You've got your cloud Exchange Online, your on-premises Exchange. So ultimately, these two should not exist in the same world, but they do because they're connected. The problem is, mail has to flow one way or the other, right? So you have to have your mail continuing to flow in-house and then go up to the cloud, or the other way. How do you determine that? Typically you determine that by how many mailboxes are one place or the other. So when you reach a tipping point, let's say if you're doing things in stages, and in the case of 1 million mailboxes, they absolutely were going to have to do things in stages. When you reach a tipping point, that's when you might make the decision to stop mail from going in-house and up and start going from the cloud and down, right? So that's just common sense in terms of numbers and where you're at. But there's some unique things involved here. How many of you folks still have separate domains and emails and such to the point where you need some type of address rewriting solution? Any of you? There's a couple. What about, are you using edge transport servers for that? No, good thing, okay. So this was a thing that we found with this organization. They were using edge transport servers to do address rewriting, right? They had an internal email domain and an external one, and the address rewriting server would kind of just flip it. So email coming in would get rewritten to the internal, going out it would get rewritten to the external. It's not a big deal, is it? It's not a big deal when you're on premises, but Office 365 doesn't offer this. So now what were they going to do? If you move all of these mailboxes to the cloud, you know what was going to happen? Email was going to flow back down on premises, back through that edge transport server. You would always be tied to this edge transport server. So there were only a couple of options. Number one, get rid of having two different domains with address rewriting. That was one option. They said no. Okay, so there's not much I could do there. Number two was to get a third-party solution that does address rewriting. And that's something that a lot of folks don't appreciate. There are solutions out there that will handle the mail flow for you, even in a hybrid configuration. So mail comes in, and instead of mail going from the top down or from the bottom up, they will split it depending on where the mailbox is, right? That could be a huge help. And in addition to that, if there's address rewriting that has to be done, that solution will do it for you as well. Unfortunately, that does cost money in order to, for you to purchase this solution, but it's your only other option because there is no edge transport server in the cloud. That's not something that Office 365 offers. So just another tip to consider when it comes to mail flow. Now, once we had all of this laid out, we figured out all the caveats and we figured out where the problems were going to be, it still wasn't time to move any mailboxes. The next thing was we had to configure the hybrid configuration, make sure DNS was set up properly, and make sure everything worked. Now, perhaps as I saw some of your hands, you've done this, and maybe you've come across a couple of challenges or a couple of potholes along the way. So how do you know if your hybrid configuration is working? Well, personally, a good buddy of mine, an MVP named Paul Cunningham, he's got a site called Practical365, and this was my go-to through the whole process. When they would ask me questions and I didn't know the answer, I'd be like, excuse me a minute, I'm just going to the bathroom, I'll be right back, right? And they'd be like, right, Practical365, great information on setting up the hybrid with all sorts of weird types of issues and questions that you maybe even thought of before. And so in addition, Paul came up with a script that you can get from GitHub, a federated domain proof text record script. That was very helpful. But ultimately, if you go to the site, he'll walk you through things like confirming mailbox creation, verifying your mail flow, verifying the client experience, testing a mailbox migration from on-prem to cloud. And once you have all of that done and you're like, okay, we're there, we did it. Now it's time to move mailboxes. And now that's going to be the kind of thing that you're going to do in stages. And you want to do that in such a way that you keep things together. So because you might have issues, there are sometimes issues when it comes to you move people from, let's say they're all within the same team, and I don't mean Microsoft Teams, but literal team, and maybe they have mailbox sharing, or they have full access or delegation of the mailbox in some way, some level of delegation to other members of their team. This can break sometimes in the move to the cloud. So we typically recommend you move entire teams at the same time, right? Because it'll help to keep things together. Will things break at times? Yes. We've had issues with calendar syncing and with all of these types of sharing of mailboxes and such. But in the end, we worked through the process, and by the time things went smoothly, it was my time to go. The organization continued to move forward, and ultimately within the course of the year, they finished all 1.5 million mailboxes to the cloud. It was a great learning experience for me. I appreciated it. And certainly it's an opportunity for me to share these few basic tips with you folks as you go forward with your migrations. Now, I do have one bonus recommendation for you folks, because it's just something I've seen in the wild, and it's something I like to point out, and that's consumption. I've seen it before where an admin goes through all the trouble of getting the approval for budgets and such, and they're going to move to Office 365, which a lot of folks think that this is going to be a huge win financially, the CapEx versus OpEx discussion, we're going to save money. I swear to you, if that's your main goal for moving to Office 365, you may want to revisit that. You may not necessarily save money. In fact, you may spend money. And the reason for that is because you go from having what might be, depending on your situation, a very old Exchange environment that's working, and now you're going to be paying, and you're not putting any money into it, and now you're going to be paying on a monthly basis for your end users. You get a whole lot more out of Office 365, though, than you get with a traditional on-premises environment. I mean, with Office 365, you get, the hardware is taking care of the upgrades, all that's great, but SharePoint, Teams, this is just an amazing opportunity for you to have modern communication and collaboration tools. But what I'm seeing is a lot of folks, they get their new Windows 10 laptop or desktop, they get Office 365, they have all these new features and tools, and the first thing they want to figure out is how to do their job the way they did it yesterday. They don't want to play with all of these new things, right? In fact, they may be cursing you, saying, thanks for ruining my life. I was fine yesterday with Windows XP and Office 2003, and right? So now you're the bad guy. How could you be the bad guy? You've just put all the effort into getting them the latest and greatest communication and collaboration tools. But you're the bad guy. Why? Because they don't know how to use those tools. So they won't. So you need to, as a bonus recommendation, you need to provide training. You need to help them to feel comfortable with it. You want them to consume the services that you've now just provided them. Not because it's going to make Microsoft feel good because they go, oh, look at all the consumption. Because you've given them the best communication and collaboration tools that exist on the planet. That's my opinion. Granted, I'm an Office 365 MVP, so I'm a little bit partial. But without training, they're not going to know what to do with it. So those are my recommendations. I hope that this has proven itself to be both entertaining and informative for you, and I'd like to thank all of you for coming.